Good morning, folks. Happy Sunday, the Lord's Day. I'm sitting around having some coffee and a sausage egg McMuffin with a hash brown on top of it. Excuse me. That is good. All right. I'm going to save a little bit of that for later. I woke up today and I was like, turned on YouTube and the regular TV, and what's all over the TV? I'm like, what is going on? What happened? And I forgot today is 9/11. And it's all over the TV. It's all over the internet. 20 something years ago, and we're still having effects from it. Now, but between 9/11 and the Gabby Petito case, yeah, I can imagine. But I got things to do today around here. Plus, we got rain coming in. It rained a little bit real early this morning. I think we got more rain on the way today. So I'm probably going to get out there with the camera. Do some great outdoor video or something. Yes, condolences to the family members lost at 9/11. There really ain't too much on today, being 9/11 and the Queen passing away and the Gabby Petito, or not Gabby Petito, Kyle Rodney case. So I'm just going to relax today and do some cleaning around here. Oh. Boring, but I got some things to do tomorrow for a lady, so I'll get that done tomorrow. Winter's coming. And I was just outside. It's kind of really ain't too hot out at all. I think it's not even 70 degrees. So, winter's on its way here shortly. The Lord's Day. Thank you for another day, Lord. Always thank you for forgiving us for our sins and healing us on this fine, glorious day, Sunday, Lord's Day. So I did get a bunch of, yesterday on my way home, I got a bunch of records, more records. So, boy, I got lucky. These are original records, Supertramp. I bought another extra. The guy had like 4 copies of Mamas and the Papas. So I bought another one because this record cover is perfect. There ain't nothing wrong with it. So I got another Mamas and the Papas, which got all their hits on it. And then this is probably the prize of it all. Well, I don't know about that. But this is the Woodstock record, the original one, right? And look at it. it like opens up. You got to open it 3 times. It opens once like that. Then you got to open it again. And it is like the big giant concert hall. Look at all the people. Unbelievable. 3 records in here. 3 record things. And even on the back of it is photos and stuff. So I got to start checking these for posters. I wonder if could there be a poster inside one of these? Hello, Pedro. I'm looking to see if I got a poster in here. Woodstock. The original one. Oh, and I got some early Fleetwood Mac. Well, not too early, but oh boy, some of these records really need to be. It's Fleetwood Mac Tusk. Some of these records really need to be cleaned severely. So I got that, which I'll probably be doing that, cleaning them up today. Well, I probably got a good stack of records now, probably about, I don't know, 2-3 foot tall on the ground over there. So now I'm going to go through whatever I don't want and maybe give them away for free. But another day, another dollar, folks. Once again, my condolences to the families of 9/11. And to Kyla Rodney's family. The Woodstock album came with tabs of acid. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. It might have. Glory be floating around the room here pretty soon. Yeah, but I don't know. You know, I totally forgot that it was 9/11. It's just another day. You know, I let it go. And I don't even want to remember it, you know. But other people, it's a big thing too. But I'm like, good God, just let it go. Yeah. So it made sense when I woke up this morning and turned on the TV and everything was 9/11. I was like, what is today? And then I realized 9/11. Huh? And I believe I am going to uphold Kylie Rodney's family's wishes. I ain't doing no more videos on that case. We'll see when it's all over with. I ain't giving no more opinions on anything either. So out here where I live, Sunday morning is acoustical jam day on 96.3. And everything is acoustic. I just got done. I had to run to McDonald's real quick. I should have stopped and got some eggs and fried some eggs myself. It's a lot healthier, but I figured, what the heck? There was no one in line. So I pulled into McDonald's to get me a sandwich real quick. So Sunday mornings out here is acoustical jam on 96.3. I just got done listening to Alice in Chains. Before that, they had Pink Floyd on, and it's all Sunday mornings till noon, I think, or until 3 is all acoustic songs. I mean, it's a great thing. So maybe I'll turn that on and start doing some cleaning around here. I got to move out of here. The church lady that I watch is like, it's time for you to make a move. You got to get out of where you're at. I do. I'm just waiting, little lady. My car's almost paid for. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, LaGrange and everything is starting to go down the tubes, and so I better move out the outskirts of town. Someone said I should move on up into the Michigan more. Maybe, I'm not sure. But wherever I move out here, I got to make sure you're within 20 miles of the border so you don't get double taxed. Property tax. I know a lot of people that was on the news out here. A lot of people were upset because they were getting property taxes from Michigan and Indiana. If McDonald's is watching, whoever made this sausage egg McMuffin, did a great job. No, I don't own no property. No, here I might. I don't know. My grandmother might have left me some land in London. I might be living at the Balmoral. He found a way to kill me. My buddy's breathing his dying breath. God, please help me make it through. Mm-hmm. My wife and kids have been. Well. You don't worry about the tax. No, but if I buy a piece of property, but buy a home or something out here, you got to pay taxes on it. No, I'm in a government lockdown bunker or barracks, old military barracks that they turned into a equal opportunity housing development. My buddy's breathing his dying breath. God, please help me make it through. Mm-hmm. So, what do you do? I don't know. Another day, I know I ain't going to watch 9/11 all day and go crazy over that. I know I ain't going to watch this Rodney or Kylie Rodney. Yeah, welfare apartments. Yeah, that's what it is. A lot of seniors here, people with disabilities. Yeah, welfare. I know you people look down on it, but soon you are going to need welfare and we're going to deny you. Why? Because you put people down that had disabilities and that worked their whole lives, but now they're on Social Security or welfare. You remind me of a Nazi. That's what you remind me of. Nazis that killed, they're old and they're weak and their old family and they're sick because they look down on them. Yeah. It's a welfare apartment or equal opportunity housing development, they call it. But some people call it welfare apartment. Whatever it may be, soon you folks and all your Social Security and disabilities will be drained. Why? Because you could not let people that worked their whole lives with disabilities live peaceful. So as you destroyed them, so will this country be destroyed and rebuilt again. Where I come from, you're supposed to respect people with disabilities or older people. But what we're dealing with in this country is a bad race, a race that thinks they're superior than all the rest. It ain't the Germans. It ain't them. But God rest the soul of Queen Elizabeth. Long live the king. And what can you do? Not much. Yeah, I did. My whole life. They didn't want to pay me my money when I was a young kid. Then you'll be all right. It's just a busted skull. But back in the 70s or early 80s, they didn't know anything about disabilities or whatever. They just, it'll be fine. So, yeah, I worked my whole life with a disability. I didn't have no leeway or nobody gave me nothing for free. I worked for it. And now they say I made it. And I'm like, I made it, huh? This is making it. It ain't good. Oh, yeah. Sure that was. Well, a lot of people had, hey, thank God I wasn't doing heroin, huh? Pedro? Yeah. Oh, sure, my disability. I had to. Well, they wouldn't give medication back then to people that needed it because back then I had a, my last name Kramer, plus I'm German Jew. Everybody thought I was some kind of a Nazi, and I'm like, no, I was born and raised here. My family was born and raised here. You're thinking of the Nazi regime back in the whatever that was, had names and everything that matched today, of most of the people that are in America today. So they went ahead and they came down on me racially, and it wasn't my own people that did it. It was other minorities that did it in this country that thought they were greater than me. And I was like, yeah, I got a disability. I had it since I was a young kid. I'm trying to get by. And they were like, we don't care. I was like, yeah, kind of sounds familiar. Something that happened in the 30s and 40s. Oh, I'm part Indian too. So they went ahead and took all the land from my family and everything. And for me, and destroyed my life and my world. Why? Well, they were jealous. I don't say. Much like Pedro is, who is really Bendejo, who is really Raphael, and so many more. oh, it's gonna rain. My back is killing me. So yes, it's the story of America, where America is racial, violent, and disgusting. Then yes, I might be going back home. To a throne that is rightfully mine. Hello, great uncle. Richard, I'm coming home. Ain't found a way to kill them yet, but I'm bleeding to do it, yeah. God, please wipe this country clean, yeah. Anything else you guys want to come in here and pick on people with disabilities and health problems or anything else, and hide behind fake names and photos that you can't even put on YouTube because you're being tracked because you're terrorists? Sooner or later, they will find them and they will be gone. Yeah, they come to kill the roosters. Yeah. Yeah, we come to kill the roosters. Yeah. You know I'm never gonna die. Yeah. Wow, wow. No. No, I ain't never gonna die. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bow, down, down, down. Bow, 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 bow. Nope. YouTube killed my family. And in return, the government, the United States, and everybody is letting me revenge the death of my children and family that I loved. And soon you all will be gone. It's going to be the greatest movie in the world. You should have let a sleeping dog lie, but you couldn't. You poked the animal. Millions suffered, and millions more will, from what God said. For they hated thy God, and they will hate us. And in return, thy God will hate this country. And clean it clean. Then we will rebuild. I love it. They should have let a sleeping dog lie. They couldn't. And in return, it cost them their country, their morals, integrities, and souls. And we will eat your soul. Oh, glory be to God, King of Kings. Is there anything else you folks want to try and do before your world comes to an abrupt halt? I don't know. I wish I could save some of yous, but then again, I don't, because you ain't worth saving. I must refill me coffee. No. You know we ain't gonna die. No. You know we ain't gonna die. I don't think you folks have seen what's coming. I keep bringing it up. That's what's driving people. People are like, we're tired. It's 20-something years of 9/11. Every 9/11, every year, same thing. You know, it's like our military guys are old timers. They're like, we just don't want to deal with it. It's the past. They just won't let it die. They won't let that dog die. Thus creates more madness in a country of mad people. So I'm with the military. These folks, they just can't let it go. My wife and kids, they hate me. My body's sweating, blood's and stinging, yeah. Oh God, please, help me make it through. Mm-hmm. So I've been on YouTube looking for new music, and what did I come across? This band, Rammstein. Never heard of them before. Rammstein. I was listening to them last night. I'm like, where did these guys come from? How come I've never heard of Rammstein? I spent like 3 hours last night watching YouTube videos of them. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. What a great show. All the fire and all the. It's like a theatrical. It's like Iron Maiden. It's like. It's like Iron Maiden, but with effects. It's like. It's almost like Pink Floyd with giant effects. And it's just. I was like, where did these guys come from? I guess they've been around for 20 some years. They're huge over in the UK and everything. Rammstein. There was some wicked leads on the guitar, and I was listening to it. Who are these guys? Where did they come from? Well, I was asking around. They've been around for a long time, topping the charts in other countries and everything. I don't know. It was unreal. Yes, Pedro, I got a bunch of Doobie Brothers records too, and I bought that pile of records. I got Doobie Brothers, one of the great records, the one where they're all naked on the inside with a bunch of naked women. It's got all the good music on it. So I'm going to do some more checking into this band, Rammstein, which they very well might be related to Van Helmstein or Van Hamstein. You all seen that movie. So who knows? But it looked very interesting. I really don't know the lyrics. I mean, they do have music out where they interpreted the German to American or whatever, English. And I don't know, it's kind of a toss up between he does sing in English some lyrics, and then some lyrics he sings in, I think, German. But I got to do more research on Rammstein. 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 Ramlied. You won't like them. I don't think anyone in the band killed themselves with drugs. You know who Rammstein reminds me of? You know who Tillman reminds me of? Last night I was watching him. I'm like, there's something about this dude. What is it? Who does he look like? The whole thing, the whole theatrical thing, it's like watching another brick in the wall, The Wall by Pink Floyd. Who does Rammstein remind me of? Well, they just said recently that somebody passed away that created Pink Floyd. And as I was watching Rammstein last night, I'm looking at the singer and I'm going, who does this guy remind me of? And it clicked. Syd Barrett. At the end of Syd Barrett's days, the way he looked, and it looks just like Rammstein. Syd Barrett. You know, Pedro, I thought it was kind of dramatic and gory when I first was watching the first thing last night, because I never heard of them. I never seen them. I was just flipping through YouTube and seen some kind of a Rammstein thing. I thought it was Marilyn Manson or whatever his name was, but then I was like, this ain't Marilyn Manson. And it was a band, Rammstein. So I watched it and I was like, this is kind of gory, but kind of cool. All the flames and all the uniforms the guy has and everything. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. What do you guys think of the band? I doubt it if I'll be one of their big fans, but it is interesting to see with all the effects. Big pyro show. They got some pyros, good ones, unbelievable. Flamethrowers, all kinds of stuff. Dave talked about them. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't even think Dave knows who Rammstein is. Rammstein. Just the name kind of rolls off your tongue, don't it? Rammstein. I'm like, this would make a great movie. It might be related to Frankenstein, which would be even better. Pedro said he might be related to Frankenstein. Rammstein, Frankenstein. Rammstein, if you're listening, there's a new song for you. Rammstein, Frankenstein. And folks, do not forget about your local garage sales. You can find all kinds of goodies dirt cheap. I think yesterday I spent $10. Got a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff I don't need. But who knows? Who knows? Rammstein. Ah. Well, what's your boys' agendas today? What time is it? It is almost 10:45. Rammstein stolen Frankenstein. Rammstein stolen Frankenstein. What'd he say? Rammstein stolen Frankenstein. Who? Frankenstein. No, Rammstein. Oh, God. I'm going to win $1 million and draft Kings today on opening say. Yeah, whatever. Football season's starting here pretty soon. Go Bears and the Colts. And the Cubs. And the Sox. Cubbies open season here too, opening here pretty soon. I'm thinking Ramstein should play at the Super Bowl. That's what I'm thinking. With all the flames and the giant stuff and everything and all the massive stuff. And then they can have Frankenstein come out. Ramstein stolen Frankenstein. Frankenstein? Frankenstein. Ramstein. That would be a show. You guys remember that year that Ramstein played the Super Bowl and burnt down the stadium? God, what a show. Remember when Frankenstein came out on the stage and Ramstein burned him alive with a flamethrower? They just don't have shows like that anymore these days. No, I think we'll pass on that, Pedro. I think we'll pass on that one. You have to remember there are children watching the Super Bowl. Rammstein killed Frankenstein. Now Frankenstein has become Rammstein. That's just from watching 3 hours of Rammstein last night. All right, folks. Enjoy your morning. This has been Coffee with Johnny. In the morning, get your coffee cups. I'm so tired of living here. It's time to move on, folks. It's time to move on. Rammstein. I miss the days when you wake up with people who do the Super Bowl halftime show. No, that's coming. Oh, you mean with Terry Bradshaw and all them? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Well, watching football your whole life, I don't know. People just it is a pattern. I played football in high school, and then after high school, that's all you do: football, football, football. And after 30, 40 years of football, well, it just ain't exciting as it used to be. So now I've turned my attention to Rammstein. La, 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 la. You beautiful people, you beautiful people, Rammstein. You beautiful people, you beautiful people, Rammstein. Ah, ah, ooh, Rammstein. He lied. Rammstein. Frankenstein. And now I must get off this contraption because YouTube and the world and everybody has driven me completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And the only way for me to get my sanity back is to move to another country and take all my toys and technology with me. Rammstein. Rammstein. Johnny, could you be any more effing annoying? Sure, I sure can. So annoying you'd beg me to stop. But I gotta wait for and take proper procedures before I take over this whole world. Where me and Rammstein will conquer the world. Don't watch, Pedro. Please stop trolling. You are being tracked. You are being tracked. Rammstein. Rammstein. You folks really should leave because the longer you stay on my channel, the more you will become Johnny-tized, Kramerized, memorized, hypnotized, bulletproofized. I got tiger blood through my veins. The same blood that flows through these veins flows through yours. Rammstein. Now, is there any trolls that want to come into my chat and bother me on this beautiful Sunday, Lord's Day? Anyone? Besides the usuals? Anybody? Is there anybody out there? Rammstein. All right, folks. I will be back. I am taking me camera outside. Gonna film the great outdoors outside. What, I do a bit cleaning around here. My Rammstein. La, 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 la. Oh, folks, be safe. I told you, folks, there was a problem with the animals. No one wanted to listen. I know in certain states they're having problems with zombie deers, which is a disease, and the deers are turning into zombies, and the squirrels too, if you haven't noticed. These animals are not afraid of humans no more. And that can only mean one thing, that they must be contaminated with something. Maybe some kind of a tick or flea bite or something. But they're all going cuckoo. I seen it last night on the news. Zombie deer strikes again. So I would be safe, folks, around animals. For all we know, could be rabies running around, but be safe, will you? Please. If not for me, for Rammstein. When I want turned down stuff, I just put on some corn. Yeah. Corn will do that to you. Believe me, I got enough corn around me as it is. I don't need no more corn. I just don't need no more corn around me. Rammstein. All right, we are approaching an hour on this video. I gotta go. I got things to do around here. I'm glad I found that Supertramp record because it's got all the good ones on there. Long Way Home. All the good ones on there. Oh, I did find Foghat Live, which they said was a great record live. I need a sleeve for it. I gotta find a sleeve to put inside there. Foghat Live. And I think I'm done buying records for now. I did ask the guy if he had any Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd or any Bad Company or anything like that. He said he'd have to look. He's got tons of records, and so I might stop there next week. I think the garage sale's over today or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'm going to drive down there in a little while and see. It's like right down the street from me, and you can't beat it. I mean, I think some of the records were 25 cents and the other ones were 50. And they're all original records, from the first time they came out. So I'm happy with that. Oh, I even got a box of 78s that are really thick, man. They got to be over an inch, an eighth of an inch thick. I mean, if you threw one of these 78s at somebody, you'd probably do some damage like a Chinese star. Rammstein. Yes, I got Iron Butterfly too. I even got Iron Butterfly yesterday. In the garden we've been on air. That's where I found. Oh, won't you come? I got them all pretty much. Now I got to find out where do I put them. I think I might put them in my trunk here. Clean out my foot pedals. No, maybe not. No, I got to buy another trunk to put all the records in. Huh. I lit a cigarette and I got one sitting right here burning. Or a half of one. Huh? The hat. The hat. The hate. The hat. The hate. The hat. The hate. Hate the hat. All right, folks, I got to get off of this thing. I got to put the camera outside and get an outdoors video going. And I don't know if we're getting any more rain today or not. I don't think so. Although we could use it. We need it. But the leaves are falling. And it's the first week in September. Well, actually, they were turning color in August. So a little bit of a change in the weather somewhere down the road. They must have got lost. They must have got lost somewhere down the line. All right, folks. Have a good day. Remember, this channel is about movies, music, crime, and madness. It all came from YouTube, and I am a product. I am a creation of the Lord, a product of the United States. And a prisoner of YouTube. I'm a barber in the shop. Now, you folks have a good day. Be safe. You ladies out there, please be safe. And let your children know that the world is a nut job, more crazier than I could ever imagine or concoct in my head. Madness. And start getting ready for winter. If you live up here by me, up north, God's country, you know winter is right around the corner. Someone paid you to take all those Black Oak, Arkansas records. Why'd you do that, Christopher? Please tell me you didn't pay more than 99 cents for that fog hat. 50 cents. Fog hat live. I need a sleeve for it. Need a sleeve. Fog hat. Need a sleeve. You just see the record in there. Slow ride down, 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 down. Take it easy. Slow ride. I'm in the mood, yeah. Bum, bum, gun, 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 gun. The rhythm is right. Bum, bum, gun, gun. Move to the moon. I even got some Pat Benatar records. I even got some Pat Benatar records. A lot of Christmas records. I don't need no more Christmas records and big band. You know, I got enough of them. Because when I bought them, it was just a big stack of them. You know, how much you want for this whole stack? You know, $5. All right, I'll take it. And then you get it home, you go through it. Next thing you know, I got all kinds of I got Bing Crosby Christmas. I got all Christmas records. I don't need no more Christmas records. I got a lot of compilation records, meaning it's a record with all different bands on there. You know, I got a bunch of them. I think I got 3 or 4 Commodore records. Leo Sayers got his records. All kinds of stuff. Now I just got to go through it all and see what I want. Throw away whatever I don't want. Oh, Neil Giraldo. Oh, the dude's. I think he's underrated. I really do. I think he was like one of the first dude. Well, no, was he one of the first that played BC Rich? Maybe, I don't know. The guy's underrated. He's a great guitar player. He has a great sound. He's a pretty good guitar player, man. And there's another guy that said he didn't use any effects. It was just amp. Just playing through an amp. I was like, you gotta have, he did have some effects, but not too many. I had the door open this morning and I could have sworn a fly just came a creeping. So I need some Leonard Skinner. I gotta get me a Skinner record. You gotta have Skinner, and you might as well, if you're gonna get a record of Skinner, you might as well get their greatest hits. So I'm looking for Skinner, more Floyd and Zeppelin. I'm waiting for that one to get at one of these garage sales, a Zeppelin record. In the original cut, original record cover and everything. So I need Zeppelin, I need Skinner, I need some more Pink Floyd. I got a couple Pink Floyds, but I need some more. Some 38 Special and all that good stuff. Some Devo. Crack that whip. Step on a crack. Yeah. Get yourself a crack pipe. And throw some crack in. Yeah. Joking. I'm joking. Crack is bad for you folks. Don't do it. It's bad for you. All right, I got to go. I'll be back here. I've been drinking a lot of coffee and I must deposit a deposit into the old toilet. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. Figaro. Rammstein. All right, folks, have a good day. I'll be back here in a few minutes with an outdoors video because then I can do some cleaning around here and I don't have to talk or be on video. I could just put the camera outside and get a. Oh, and send me, if you folks want to be friends on Facebook. I am friends with some people that are on YouTube. On my Facebook. Not too many, but some. Sure. If you want to be friends, send a friend, Facebook friends list, or whatever they call it. Then we can also be friends on Facebook. Rammstein. I am watching that band again. Now I watched 3 hours of that band. And next thing you know, I woke up this morning thinking I was in Rammstein. Now, you folks have a great day. Be safe. Glory to God. Lord, thank you for another day and for forgiving us for our sins. And forgive my two trolls in my chat. They know not any better than trolling. So you guys are forgiven. You're welcome here. Just try and be polite. Which it's probably Upchurch watching. It's probably Upchurch at home right now going. Cut it out, Mr. Upchurch. Creek Squad. Pedro would like to say something. He said that he's in my chat. He said, I would like to say something. And that is Rammstein. All right, Pedro. We know you like Rammstein. All right, folks, be safe. Once again, condolences to the 9/11 families. 20-something years, and I wish we could just let it go. We see more on 9/11 than we do NAM. World War II. But you have to be respectful, and it was a tragic day. I don't think anyone will forget that day. And once again, glory be to God. And all glory goes to God. And another day goes on. Now, I will be right back with a live video outside. Looks like the sun's trying to come out, but I don't know. Don't look like the sun's coming out again. Saying it's I'm gonna find a way, yeah. Though I sit here in this misery, I don't think I'll ever see a sunny day, yeah. No, I've been waiting. They'll all look at me and say, they'll say, hey, look at him, how he lives today. That's okay. They're just afraid of change. All right, Christopher, you weren't born yet. None of us were when all this madness became happening. Oh, I was in a chat last night, and there was a 12-year-old in there. No one knew it, and they were talking. I think it was Sab Girl, and they were talking all kinds of stuff to these people, and it comes to find out they were only like 12. Somebody wanted to shut her channel down or something like that, or one of these channels it was. I watched so many of them, I don't know what it is. And that's the problem with YouTube, is we can have young kids on here and we don't even know it. And then the law enforcement has enough gall to come to people and say, well, how do they know that there's a young 12-year, 13-year-old kid in their chat? No one, it don't say your name, your age, and a face on there. So why would they? I don't know. Madness, though. And that's why there needs to be an adult YouTube. You have to show credentials, face recognition to be on YouTube. Just like Facebook. Face recognition. That would eliminate the problem. But some of these kids, they wait for their parents to go to bed, and then they get on their parents' phone and they're on the internet. So I can see how this is a problem. You can't charge anybody. You can't charge anybody for a crime because you don't know how old these people are. It was like a Dateline with the stalking. Yeah, well, stalkers or whatever, they were underage people. Well, I didn't know she was 13. Her information said she was 19 or 21 or whatever. So it's a scam. What is it? It's bait and click. What is it? It's setting people up, And if that's all they got is you were talking to a 12-year-old on her channel or whatever it was, I'd be, if I was the creator of that channel, I'd say, yeah, good luck, because you should be doing your job, government. These kids should not be on YouTube or Facebook. YouTube should be doing their job. You can't tell how old someone is on YouTube unless they have the information there that says this person's 33, 25, whatever, with a real face. But then again, most of the faces we're seeing on YouTube are people that are missing or dead. And they're just using photos that they've hacked. I was doing a live one night and I came into my own chat with my photo. It's too risky. It's espionage. And that's what my report was to Congress, Senate, and the government. It's espionage. We're getting attacked right in our own countries. They're calling themselves Americans, but they're not. They are Americans. They do live here in America, but they're not Americans. So, what do? There ain't nothing you can do. There ain't nothing you can do. It ain't our fault. And I'm worried too, because there's no law against being on a dating site. These people don't know if these people are real or not. You don't know who you're talking to on the end of it, so you can't prosecute nobody for it, because they're putting out the corrupt information, the wrong information. And on the other line, you think you're talking to a 25-year-old, 30-year-old woman, and it's a 15, 16-year-old kid from what they're saying. It's all a setup, folks. If you ask me, how was Zap Girl supposed to know that there was a 12-year-old kid in her channel? A gamer person from Discord or whatever. And I don't know. Sounds pretty crazy to me. If you ask me, it's pretty crazy. God rest our souls. God rest their souls. God save America if you can, Lord. If you ain't busy. I know you're a busy man, Lord, but if you can make some time to clean up this mess on YouTube, and we might have to shut YouTube down and revamp the whole thing. Revamp it for our own protection. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out, though. Now, you folks have a good day. Be safe. And remember, God loves you, folks. And stop picking on people with disabilities or people that are poor. For one day, this poor man will have riches more than there are stars in the sky. Then who will be the idiot? Rammstein. All right, I gotta go. You guys, I'll be back.